Let's rock! Oh no! We've had a few questions about doing like
a live stream.
A live stream. So this is a live stream here. Nobody's actually watching it yet. Okay, guys. I'm just trying to work out how I can actually see stats on this to see who's. Oh, we got 3 people watching. Look at this. We're doing great now.
Oh wow. There we go.
Okay.
So what is it?
So you go like a pipe, so it's shift and patch, and then FM file manager.
Ah, that's how you do it.
And then I've got the CPC folder there.
Demos.
Demos, games, etc. Yeah. So.
Now I know this.
Yeah.
This one's a bit complicated to load into like.
And then you've got to go run, and then the name is head over. Yeah, so it's not super easy. Like it's kind of designed, I guess, for someone that already knows how to use the computer. Like,
yeah,
and this is a cracked version, so I'm just going to go infinite lives.
Emulated.
Yeah, so it's funny because it's emulating a disk, so it actually does flash.
Like
the
Commodore 64 is load. What is it? Load star 8. One, yeah. Okay. Load star 8. One. Okay.
Okay, my friend. So,
Okay.
I can't remember. Like, yeah. So I should be able to actually. I need these buttons. So I should have the instructions. I think it's supposed to be.
Oh, found it. The best one is the Commodore 64 SD to IEC.
Oh right, I got a rabbit. So what does that mean? I got 2 extra lives. Okay.
Not sure.
So I'm supposed to be able to switch characters as well, but I don't know what the button is.
Okay, it is. Yeah, you put new battery.
Yeah. Ah, here we go. So this is my friend here. What can I do with this guy?
Oh, not bad. It's not very expensive. You can see on $45. SD to IEC. Commodore 64.
That makes me jump. That makes me jump without making a sound. I'm sure that somewhere there is a.
Look at that.
So if I go on this, then I can maybe and that will kill me, so I don't want that. So. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay, that was a teleporter. Oh, so if I jump on that, then I can switch rooms. Okay, that's cool.
Wow.
This guys, we're learning already, aren't we?
How many is that? 45.
Okay, yeah.
Not too bad. But we can find a cheaper one.
Oh, okay, so this spring. I think if I can push the spring. So if I go and then push it over near the door, look at this. I'm learning so much in this game. There we go. Now I'm here. Now, and that's a deadly thing. Okay, so I don't want to jump on that, but I think I do want to jump. Oh, I do want to jump on this one. So if I jump on this, let me. Do I just swap and then I'm back in the other room? Oh, I can. Look, that's nice. Okay. I thought I had to be in the same room to switch. There we go. Up. Oh, where am I now? Turn into a thing, and then I gotta quickly jump in this door before I. Yep. Okay, and now there's a little fish here. Is this a good fish? Hey, fishy, got. Okay, I guess the fish is good. Oh dear. They're so cryptic, these old games. Let's see now. So I guess I want to do this thing, and then. Oh, but I can't. Oh, okay. Unless I jump on it, maybe. No? Okay, I don't know. If I go out of the room and go back in. No. Okay. Okay, and that's that little bag. Oh, I remember this. If I push this, look, it moves this little robot guy, right? And then, what do I want to do with him? Do a big jump. Stop doing that! Guys, I'm trying to get across here. Stop hitting me.
You jump from the bottom, like I do.
What do you mean?
From the bottom you can jump.
Oh, like from down there you can actually jump up, can you?
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, look at that. That seems easy. I should have done that. Alright. So it's just given to us very bare bones. No controllers and, more importantly, no power supply. So, I found a very cheap off-brand one, which I hope is going to be the right one. Looks like it's got the correct thing there. So it looks like the power supply is basically just 5 volts and 12 volts. You could theoretically use a PC power supply for this, but I won't. I'll try to use the right one. It's a very odd little plug here with 2 things. First, it looks like a figure 8 AC plug, but it's not. It is sort of 2 DC barrel jacks next to each other. Right. So I think this does have a big AV output. I think that this actually did have analog output, so I don't know, it might be cool to try and hook it up to one of the CRTs, but then I remember I actually had a CRT TV that I ran an Xbox 360 on when I first got it, and it was very frustrating because you know, a lot of the games were designed to run in like 720 or 1080, and they would run in standard def, but they just you couldn't actually see a lot of stuff. So any writing or anything in the game would be pretty much illegible. Okay, oh look at that! And it's working! That's great. Okay, so the next challenge is we didn't get a controller. Will it work with any kind of USB controller? You don't think so?
Oh my.
Well, let's find out.
That's not entirely how it works, but okay, if you want to try it.
Let's see. Well, thing is, I don't have an Xbox controller, so I'm hoping
Neither do I.
that I can find like a USB controller.
Oh, you found a power supply.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather just use stuff that we already have. I don't want to keep spending money on
Suppose
these
so.
machines, you know. We got the console for free, so it's a bit like, okay, oh, look at this! You can use a keyboard. Okay.
It's gonna look very awkward though.
Play disc.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But like I said, I would
Install,
rather
play.
delete what's on it now if we
Yes.
can. Oh, stop doing that! Stupid touch controls. Every time I touch the damn thing,
Yeah, that's the only thing. Ooh, actually.
that's why I put the keyboard, because I had the keyboard on top of it, and every time I typed, I would hit the thing. Okay, so again, we've got SPFM, which I kind of don't want to have this guy here. K, I think we can handle it.
Yeah, that is actually very nice.
Yeah.
Well, this is worth a lot now because this is. Oh, steelbook, quite nice. But where's the actual main? Okay.
Yep, I was right.
Oh, you need a controller.
I know. I was wondering because I've been getting through everything just with yeah, because if I press this, then obviously that. But yeah, I've been getting through everything just using the keyboard. We don't have a proper controller,
Yes.
and well, that's a shame. I was hoping I could at least do something with the keyboard.
It looks like it does work. They've already downloaded the game from here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that, we're getting somewhere.
Okay, but you can do
Xbox
GTA 5 on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Please reconnect controller. Okay, so this does not work with the keyboard and mouse. Oh, it's very frustrating, but that's life. Okay, I guess, on the bright side, we know that the console works, and we know that this game disc works, so that's good. So if we get a controller, I think that we're going to be sweet. Okay, we've got some visitors here trying out some of the games. Here we go. House of the Dead. Hi guys. Got a little retro section here. Look, we've never done a LAN party. Sorry, we're just getting some questions from the chat actually. Oh, this is working now. Yeah. So he's asking if we do LAN parties. We've never actually done that. Look, if people wanted to do it, I mean, we could. We've got enough. Well, we've got enough old like Win95 and DOS PCs that we could easily just run like Doom or Quake or something. Speaking of, there's one over there. Yeah. Look, the fact is that most of the people that come in probably come in to kind of, I guess, tinker with things. Like work on computers or something like that. So we don't really have like big gaming events, but if a bunch of people expressed interest in it, I'd certainly be up for it. Okay. So Jefferson, what are you plugging the screen into there?
Oh, it's called like a current reducer because you're using an incandescent light bulb.
Yeah. So folks, what's happening is we've got a light bulb, like literally just an old school light bulb there, and when he turns on the screen, the current's actually going to go through the bulb as well as through the device. Yep.
And just wait for it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so what's happening is that light bulb is soaking up some of the electricity that's coming through. So if there's anything wrong inside the screen there, it's not just going to blow up. It should gradually start to sort of fill up with electricity, I guess you'd say, because it's a very old screen. It probably has been used for a while. And we can see now, look, it's starting to go down. And so what's happening is,
now it is.
I think that the screen is saying, okay, I'm going to turn on, and because it's a CRT, it needs to do what's called, it's trying to run the de-Gauss, which is where it basically to stop the screen from getting any interference, like from being magnetized, it goes boom and sends a big magnetic field through it. And there's a big like surge of voltage when it does that. That's why the bulb is kind of dimming. So we're going to be optimistic here. We're going to switch it over. So the light bulb is now out of the equation. So this time the screen should be actually doing something.
There we go.
And here we go. So you can actually see that better on the camera because that's faster than our eyes. You can see the scan lines there.
Yes.
And so that indicates that the screen is, it's drawing the image, which is just black, but still it like has to draw something. So you can see it's kind of really quickly scanning down.
Yes.
Thanks. So we're getting some good comments here. Actually, people are starting to watch this, so this is good.
I know it's just get off.
Yeah. So now we know that that's working. Do you want to bring that over to the Windows machine over there? Yeah.
and then we can.
Yeah, if you're sensible like Jefferson here, then you test things properly
Yeah.
before plugging them in. You don't just
They're much better.
whip them on like I
LCDs.
do.
Like the LCD. And there we go.
Okay, look at this.
Yes.
Straight away. Very nice,
Right now.
steady picture. Okay,
There we go. That looks good.
yeah. Here's something that thought was kind of fun. This is the Pong machine. So there we go. And so now you can actually. Something really nice about these analog controls on a really old school like analog TV. You know, it's very smooth, even though it's you know, I mean, this is not an old Pong. This is a new one that I built just the other week, using just a PIC chip. But yeah, just you know, normally such an old school thing would have very low frame rates, but I guess because it's so simple, it is just Pong. You know, it's got that beautifully. Yeah, so we've got a question here from Joseph. Do we have any sessions of people? Look, this is pretty much when we talk about the weekend workshop, like it's basically just, you know, either I or Adrian F or Murray or someone will come in and open the doors, and then the members just come in and they can pretty much do what they want to. We've got a lot of tools here, so you can bring your own machine in and work on it, which, I mean, that's what's happening here. This is Matt's computer, that's Ash's monitor, you know. I mean, the Xbox that I was working on was just given to us by a bloke the other week, so that's part of our collection now. But yeah, like certainly if you've got stuff that you want to work on, you can bring it in. We've got a lot of diagnostic gear here, which is good. You know, you saw the current limiter there. We've got our oscilloscope. We've got this absolutely beautiful soldering station, which actually I feel a little bit embarrassed to use it because it's so nice and I'm really bad at soldering. But the good thing is it's also got a good desoldering gun there, so I can always take off all the stuff that I've put on the wrong way around. So that's good. And yeah, I've never actually used the oscilloscope, but as far as I'm aware, it's a good one. You know, we've got one of these little, you know, sort of USB video microscope dealies. So you can, you know, put stuff there and then it'll pop up on the screen, or you can put it out to your computer. You know, we could potentially record close-ups of things if we needed to. But yeah, like basically, like I said, just any Saturday, you know, just rock up and say, you know, I've got this computer. And the fact is, you know, around here, if you just, it's like, you know, when you open a can and the cats come running, you know, it's like, if the guys hear you opening a PC case, they'll all just come running in and start helping you with it. So, you know, yeah, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, people not wanting you to do stuff in here or something. Like, you know, if you come in and say, oh, I can't get this thing to work, then someone will get you, you know, help you out to get it to work. Logging, where we really need people to come in and, you know, literally just somebody's got to take photos of something, put it into the database, just type in the name. You know, it's like here we've got the deck writer. I think I've actually done this. So if you go on our catalog, you can see this has already been done, you know, and yeah, just to kind of start working out what we've got, you know, like we've got a lot of these machines here, you know, and I did work with Ash on, you know, these ones over here with the tags on are ones that we tested the other day. But then this one with unsafe written over the power plug is the one that just tried to kill me. So I stopped testing after that. So if I feel brave, I might go back. But yeah, you can see we've got the silicon graphics machines around. And Silicon Graphics, of course, famous for being what they did, you know, Jurassic Park, Toy Story, pretty much any movie, you know. Okay, we just got a message here from Scott, yeah, talking about there is thing in WA, which Technology Museum of WA, that is also doing events. Yeah, so that was actually the other Adrian. There's two Adrians. You can never have too many. But he's overseas right now. But I'm trying to mind the shop while he's gone. Yeah, so this is nice. This is another silicon graphics machine here. Well, obviously, there's no internet, but let's have a look here. I'm pretty sure if we go, here we go, we'll go applications. We've got Photoshop, but what I would really like is to find out if we can, if we could, so we've got demos. So you can see some of the 3D stuff they used to do back then. So we've got like Flight. So I guess it's going to run a little flight sim type deal. Oh, wow. Okay, what can I do? Oh, okay, so now I can turn around. Look at that. It's a state-of-the-art graphics back in the day. I don't really want to play that though. What was the thing where it just had like maybe this one? This one where it just had some like cool 3D stuff flying around. No, I don't want to play any games. I've already got my hands full. Look at that. Yeah, again, like when this machine was made, like there were no 3D graphics cards in computers, so okay, I've obviously done poorly with that. Let's just go escape to exit. Yeah. And yeah, they use these silicon graphics machines for pretty much all the movies. I think that now they probably just use consumer graphics cards, like NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA makes more money now off of things like, AI systems and render farms and stuff than they do actually off gamers. But what else do we have here? This is a fairly rare one. This is the Amstrad PCW. Here we go, Batman. Beautiful music. Yeah, so the PCW was designed, it's actually like personal computer Word, I guess. It was meant as a pure word processor. And then because they were using, like the Z80 chip, they said, well, let's put CPM on it, so you can use it for business type stuff, that sort of thing. So, you could have spreadsheets. And then, people did end up, putting games on it, like this Batman, Head Over Heels, that sort of stuff. And one nice thing was being designed for word processing, had an 80-column display. And it was very high res for its time. It's only monochrome, but you did have, I think it was 720 pixels wide. It was well over double the horizontal resolution of, something like the Commodore here. And so, games were actually running in a very high res mode. And being a Z80, it was equivalent to any of the other 8-bit micros, but there was no sound chip, which is why you've got that horrible beeper sound. Got our Commodore here, with some great screen rolling happening there, but obviously, as with all of these things, the screens do look better in real life. And good old Doom running on the original hardware here. So we've actually got, I think that's a Pentium 2. So that's going to absolutely smash Doom. Look at that. I used to run Doom on a 386 and I had to run it in low detail mode and make the screen smaller. We've had a question, where's our digital stuff? So it's over here. We've got some very big iron here. Got the VAX. Story with this number plate is we actually did have one of our founding members was, I think, the chairman of Digital Australia. And he obviously made his money selling a lot of PDP-11s. That was his number plate. And when Digital shut down their museum, then they brought all the stuff over here, which is why we've got some great digital stuff here. Look at this, we've got some viewers in the USA, great. So we've got heaps of this digital stuff. I think this reel to reel. Yep. So this is a PDP-11, and I've got to say, I love these switches. These old. There's just something really nice about them. They've got brilliant sort of tactile feeling. They're very colourful too. It was just this period, right? I think in the 70s when they were still sort of, making stuff colourful before it all went beige. Yeah, very likely. So, got a comment about this being the TS11 being the tape stretcher. I think this does run. I've seen it spinning, and I believe it reads tapes, but we haven't actually hooked it up to anything that can understand it yet. So we would like to get that working because we've got oodles and oodles of tapes. And we've also got a bunch of these blue things, which I think are basically hard drive platters in removable packs, and they could be put into some of these different things. This one, the deck pack, I think that's the big Tupperware over here. Yeah, so if you're ever in here, we're going for a bit of a, like educational stuff. So we've got our disc display, and then you can see information about what these are. So this was SideQuest cartridge. It was pretty much like a hard drive disc inside a cartridge. Whereas say something like the zip disk is just a really, really high density floppy. And then the PD cartridge is really just CD, RW inside special case. I believe that you could probably have taken the disc out and then put it in a CD drive. We've got the 8-inch floppies, which I think are great. Really floppy, And this was what I grew up with, was the Amstrad discs, the 3-inch disc. Just slightly narrower and longer than the 3.5-inch. This is probably I was going to say it's the smallest floppy, but I guess this is actually a floppy click disc. So, yeah, but the Smith Corona, and this is the same one that was used by Nintendo for the Famicom, but in their case, they had a longer case. And so I have seen people 3D print extensions you can put onto these discs to use them in your Famicom if you really want to. This has been relegated to display only because it's got a big crack in it, so we can't play it on the Wii. Got our tapes here, so look under the tapes. Here we go. Yeah, so Sony especially, I think a lot of their later, digital tape formats were also camcorder formats, and so there would be a lot of different ones. So I'm pretty sure that these 8mm ones were used in a lot of cameras as well. And then these, everyone would recognize this. That's what I used to listen to music on when I was a kid. I had a little Walkman. Well, actually, not a Walkman, they're off-brand. But, some bigger tapes down here. And bigger tapes there. Got our punched cards. Got our other little microfiche. Microfiche, of course, being just... Can we focus on that? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? No, I'm just going to get the reflection of my fingers. Microfiche just being basically a slide with really, really tiny writing on it. So I think I did argue that it's not really a data format because it's not read by a computer. The way you would read those is you'd put them into something like this, which looks like a computer, but it's actually just a projector. So you'd pop your little slide down the bottom there. It would project up onto this screen, which is basically just, like a bit of frosted glass. And then the little grid here would show you which part of the slide it was looking at. So you could move it around, and figure out where your pages were. I think younger people might have seen Stranger Things. There's a bit where the girls go to the library and they start looking up news stories. And they're using this weird, computery thing. It's actually one of these. It's just... slides of all the newspaper pages that have been reduced down to fit there. So yeah, this is the sort of office that you would have had, you know, back when I was a kid. It's kind of place that, I was going to say kind of place my dad would have worked, but my dad never touched a computer. But never touched the smokes either, which is good. Much good it did him, I suppose, because he's not with us anymore, but you know, that's life. There we go. We've got the iMac there with a dial-up modem in it, so we can demonstrate to the kids what modem sounded like. Here's one that not too many people would have seen. This is I'm not sure if it's an analog computer or maybe a hybrid analog/digital, but it definitely has analog components. And what you would do is, you know, you'd set up this kind of spaghetti of wiring, you know, and I can't do it right now because I'm holding the camera, but you can see these handles here. This whole board actually comes out. And so what you could do is you could wire up your board in your office, bring it in, plug it into the machine, you know, run your algorithm. And then, you know, when the next person wants to go, you just take it off and then the next person can put their board in. So you don't have to stand in front of this for hours plugging all these in. You know, I'm pretty sure there is a combination of wires where if you put in a sine wave, it will play Pink Floyd's On the Run. So, you know, we've just got to find that, you know, you just put it in like a but yeah, another just really beautiful old machine there. They really did build these quite well because they're very expensive in their day. And so, you know, like, I'm not sure which way around this opens, but yeah, there was a lot of just sections of these that will open up. Oh, here we go. So yeah, you can actually open this up and you can see at the back there all the plugs. You know, there's all kinds of stuff in here that you could adjust, you know, because it all had to be essentially serviceable by someone sticking their hand in it, you know, which you kind of think, you know, I mean, even I remember having one of these iPods with a hard drive, you know, and the hard drive failed, and when I opened it up, there were no screws, and I basically had to use a can opener, and it just was more or less wrecked. Once I put it back together, I had to put it back together with tape, you know, and then once they got up to these like solid state ones, it's really, I don't even think it's possible to open it, you know. It's like that thing in Zoolander, you know, where they smash the computer to get the files out. Here's our driving sim. So you can come in and have a little go on the driving there. Amstrad, that's my Amstrad, not my screen. But yeah, that's there. Got a panoply of CRTs here. So you can get in and play whatever you feel like. Yeah, NES, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox, Mega Drive. That's the Mega Drive 2. We do have a Mega Drive 1 in storage, but I just use the 2 because it's smaller. We've already got enough stuff on this shelf. N64. That's how we go. There we go. N64. Looking happy there. PlayStation, running Gauntlet, and Xbox is in sleep mode right now. Let's just put Mario Kart. I think that looks better. Yeah, PS2 is on a CRT monitor. So this is actually a monitor from an Atari ST, I think. But works really great with the PS2, has sound. You know, very smooth, really nice sharp pixels. Yeah, you can see there. You know, back in the day, you would have had your PS2 pretty much with composite video, and you know everything would just have those little ants crawling on the sides of all the high contrast areas. Mega Drive. Looks like Sonic's feeling a bit neglected there. Yeah, we've got a flash cart going on this, so we can run anything on that we like. The Wii was given to us already modded. And so Jefferson's been playing around with loading stuff up on that. We've got a Switch. It does work, but the screen is very bad. We do have a spare screen, but no one has had the time or inclination to put it in there. So I don't know if there's any anyone that knows how to replace the screen on a Switch, maybe come in and help us out. So this is the Gacken electronics kit. I've got a video up on YouTube of me building a crystal radio with this. It sort of worked. You know, I could hear someone talking. I really like these old Osborne programming books. I don't know if you guys ever saw these, but we had these in the school library when I was a kid, you know, and they tell you how to write games in BASIC and stuff. Got some old stuff here. So this is actually a pretty valuable Mega Drive game. So I think looks like Adrian F's decided to put that in the cabinet there. So no one will take it. This here is a piece of, I think it's a piece of Celiac, which was the first computer in Australia, and I think one of the first computers in the world. Not sure which piece, but yeah, there's probably would have been a lot of these to get it to work. I think this is another one, but without any of the valves in it. What else? We've got some Dick Smith branded gear down here. Dick Smith being big Australian brand in electronics back in the day. A stack of Commodore VIC cartridges here. Okay, we've got someone saying it's part of the drum memory. Could be. What else? Okay, more of our old gear here. This is pretty cool. I don't know if I can get this going right now, but this is the facet tape punch. And so this would be, you know, to punch data into a reel of paper tape. But yeah, we found out that if you hook it up to an Arduino, then you can tell it to actually print letters. And so we've got this DEC terminal here. Sends serial, so just whatever you type on the terminal goes serial to the Arduino, and then the Arduino tells this tape punch to print out the letters. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got our Microbee stuff here. Now, Microbee was really Australia's own computer brand. They're all built in Australia. They're a Z80 machine. These were actually the first computer in my school when I was a kid, so I do have fond memories of the Microbee. We've got quite a few, but we have not got any working examples. I mean, it's possible that some of these would work, but we've not been able to find all of the necessary parts. So yeah, again, if anyone knows about Microbees and you want to come in and you know, tell us which power supplies and things to use, then that would be pretty cool. We got the Tech One. This was a kit computer that was sold in Australia about 40 years ago. And should have, it might have fallen down. We should have, there was a circuit board around here for the Tech 1G, which is a new version of that. Yeah, I don't know where that's got to. Got the Dick Smith Wizard, aka the VTech Creator Vision. And this was kind of cool. It was a very modular computer. So, you know, you would get your main sort of module, and you could stick this on the side. It says it's the parallel interface, I guess, to hook up a printer. You know, then the cartridge port, I think, starts there, but then it extends it out to here. And then you could actually put on the side of here a memory expander, and I think you could have more than one memory expander. You know, on this side, another module that would stick on was the tape thing, you know, and so everything kind of just, you know, has these little things that would just click on the side there. So you could put a tape on this side, you know, thing, and you could have a whole meter wide computer at the end of it. It came with these sort of joysticks that were also part of the keyboard. So you would have them next to each other in here, and that was your keyboard. And then this is an optional thing that the original owner has bought, which is then a slightly better keyboard. It's still a rubber membrane. And so then that will go plug into the joystick ports, and then daisy chains out to the joysticks here. So it was, yeah, very, very modular in its design. And we've been given some more cartridges and tapes for that. I've got the Wombat here, which was actually a clone of the Apple II. There's a whole story behind that, where they were sued by Apple. And at the time, I think Australia didn't have any laws about copyright of software. And I think that it was partly because of the Wombat that the law was changed. And then Wombat was shut down. We've got ourselves the Hartley computers, another Australian brand. I think used for business stuff. I never saw one when I was a kid. This is kind of cool. This is a Cambrook laptop. So Cambrook is known in Australia as a maker of things like kettles and stuff like that. I don't know if this was actually a production model or just a prototype. And I don't know if it is working or not. Got some more stuff. We've got some the Dolmont Magnum. So these were some very early kind of laptop computers there. This grey thing down here. Oh yeah, so the PDP-11. So the Pi DP. So yeah, this is actually a very small replica of the PDP, but with a Raspberry Pi inside it. What else? One of these nice little Atari ones. I can't remember. I think this was the one that John Connor had in Terminator 2. You know, he used it to hack the ATM. You know, no. Did he have it strapped to his wrist? I seem to remember somebody having one of these stuck on their wrist. You know, I thought it was so cool back then. We've got a working Amiga here. So this is just your regular 500. We've got I think this is the Apple III over here. Yeah, Apple III. So there's sort of a weird period, I think, after the Apple II where they had like the Apple III and the Lisa and the Mac. And then I guess the Mac kind of, really was what took off. What else? So people have seen a company called SSI. They were actually an Australian company. And so we've got in here, games that were made by those guys, some other Australian-made games there. This one, I think we've got to figure out something to do with it. This painting here, this was actually the original cover art for one of the SSI games. So I think we need to get a hook to hang that up. What else have we got? Some old Hewlett-Packard stuff. This is kind of cool. This is a telex. And so this would have been, receiving some of the news bulletins and things. And so basically reporters, they would go and like hook up their little keyboard to an acoustic coupler and send in their reports, and then you can see here. So we can see some people were ambushed in Rhodesia, which is, unfortunate. But so I think that was around 1983 that these reports were coming through. And yeah, so they would just, have a continuous reel of paper just coming out with all the news on that. Okay, so let's have a quick look around the room. So, yeah, sorry guys, there's a bit of a delay if you write something in the chat. I think it's actually a delay in my video coming out. And so I might be a bit slow to react to some of this. What else? We've got our phones, got our answering machines, our pages. Yeah. Yeah, well, sorry, Scott, you'll have to cancel your holiday in Rhodesia, I think. It's really not safe there. I think if they're not careful, the British Empire might lose that country. Here's another oddball one. This is the GeoStar. So you can see there's actually two screens. I think the smaller screen was kind of like a terminal type thing, and then the big one was where the actual graphics would happen. This was, as far as I can tell, it was for making maps, because it seemed to run something called MapRep. A lot of geology stuff on it. So I'm assuming it was for mining or something, that some kind of mining company must have used this to plot out their maps. And so I guess you would type stuff up on the terminal and then send it over here and it would be displayed graphically. It's absolutely enormous. Like I said, it looks really cool, but I think we've got pretty slim chances of actually getting it working, but you never know. More and more old TVs, and I think this is a radio actually. Can't imagine that's been used in a while. What else have we got? Multi-disc reader. Oh, looks like you can read 5 1/4 and 8-inch discs there, and I think it's even got a 3.5-inch bay there. More screens. A lot of old rack mount stuff here. Some great, really old sci-fi looking gear here. I don't even know what this stuff is. I think a lot of this is kind of analog stuff. Got some card punch machines, so you would put all your cards in, I guess, and then type up your data, and then it would punch it out onto the cards. More and more racks of tapes. Some of the dark and scary corners there that I don't want to go in. Something might fall on me. Okay, oh, you're getting to look backstage here. So yeah, if you saw our cataloging video, this is all of the boxes that all the software has been put into. And we've got just loads of stuff down here. Yeah, so like I keep saying, I guess that we've got no shortage of hardware. It's just we really need more people to come in and kind of help us sort it out. But we are, we're making progress. We definitely have got a lot of stuff, kind of tagged and bagged here, which we didn't a year or two ago, so that's kind of nice. Got a whole rainbow of iMacs here. Got a hang-on machine here. Which that's my helmet there. Haven't had a chance to ride this yet because it still needs some repairs. If you open it up, it's pretty much got almost like two Mega Drives inside. There's two complete separate main boards, two 68K processors, two video chips, and it more or less both boards run at the same time, and then it overlays the graphics, and so you can actually see some parts of the like maybe the background layer I think is drawn by one board, and then the sprites are drawn by another. And we're sort of at the point where I think one of the boards is good, one of the boards is almost good. But there's still a few weird glitches and missing things. But yeah, it will be really nice if we can get this working because I think people love to especially a ride on like a sit-on arcade thing is going to be good. Okay, guys, we've got another visitor here, and look, it's been 2.5 hours that I've been running this stream for, so I'm gonna go offline now. So hang on, I'll switch you back so you can see my beautiful face. So yeah, look, thank you everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for commenting. And yeah, you can find us online, and you can find us if you're in Sydney. Yeah, just rock up on a Saturday. Just come in the door, tell them that Adrian sent you, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see all of you guys later.